And we are back. G-Mac and Winnie coming at you with another edition of the Outlaw Blitz podcast. Big fella, let's get dangerous.
Yes, sir. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm getting this timing down on this thing a little bit better.
Yeah, I know. Everything looks good on the tube of the U's and Facebook Live and all that good stuff. So
Yeah, it's it's just a matter of timing it up right. I'm sure it'll be much easier when we advance our technology a little bit better.
right.
And everything can just link up through the board,
Yes.
and I don't have to worry about.
Very much so. How was your week?
Not bad. Back rolling trying to roll in the dough that I didn't have. Sore. I got stuck a few nights that I couldn't come home on time, so
Yeah.
Tired. And it's cold, so we've got a little bit of snow here. It's snowing out there now.
No, it's pretty cool. Nice little drive up here.
Yeah, but a good week otherwise. Entertaining stuff, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm having a better day than the old Duke. Duke took his motorhome and went down the highway trying to get to Florida.
Okay.
And he's broke down twice in 2 days.
No shit.
He broke down for a chunk of time yesterday, got going, got down around Virginia, went to sleep, got up this morning, took off early this morning, got a couple hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours on the road, broke down again, the water pump shit the bed.
Oh, shit.
He's been waiting all day for the, the roadside mechanics to come.
Right.
So
now
he goes, I slept, George. So I call him like on my way out in the morning, and then when I get out of work, just to make sure, like, hey, how you making out? He goes, I slept. He goes, so once this guy puts his fucking water pump on, he goes, I'm getting back on the road.
Nice.
And then, and then he'll probably drive. I said, dude, it might work out better for you because then when you drive overnight, there's a lot less people on the road.
Hell yeah, you make good time. So now, does he have a drivable one, or is he towing it?
No. It's an actual motor.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So
does he tow a car behind it?
Yeah, he's got a car on behind him.
Is that the Duke Mobile?
The Duke Mobile behind him,
Nice.
the Incognito.
Yeah.
And then, but the fucking old cousin Eddie, the outlaw guy, he doesn't have heat in the fucking thing. So me and Blaze were cracking up today because I'm like, yo, the fucking asshole's like, you're in the middle of Virginia, it's warm on, you're in a snowmobile suit with, gloves on driving. He goes, it's 40 outside, it's 40 inside. The window don't fog up.
He's got no heat in the bitch?
No.
What about like when he plugs in?
Right, when he stops, he turns on the generator and plugs in, and he's got heat. But when he's driving, there's nothing.
What an ass.
Yeah, so he's got a snowmobile shit on. He's gonna get to George. It's gonna be 80. He's gonna be fucking
fucking roasted.
Yeah.
Yep. Only the Duke.
He's crazy. You just get like you haven't driven that thing in a year, and then
Right.
you just get on the road and you're driving to Florida in it.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Did got a text from BGS today. I think you got the same one.
Yeah, the jet game thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it's supposed to. Well, I said something.
I heard it's supposed to be a few inches of rain.
Chris, that's what I told Chris. He's like, hey, I said, Big A Sal offered up some jet tickets for Sunday. I said, I don't want to go watch CJ Stroud beat the Jets 13-9.
Right.
Because that's what's probably going to happen. B, I looked at the forecast and it said warm. It was like 60 degrees, but rain.
Yeah.
And Chris is like, yo, you don't get it. It's not just rain. It's going to be like inches of rain with high winds. I was like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah. It'd be different if you were under the overhang.
Right.
If you're under
or
the covered
club.
section. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you were in the covered section, I think you'd be all right.
But, nah. I love. Thank you for the thought. I love the text, but I think I'm going to watch it from the comfort of my bed.
Yeah, I mean, you get to a point and you're just like, yep, I'm good.
Yep.
I haven't gone. The last NFL game I went to was we watched Brett Favre's debut with the Jets.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the last. I'm not a big NFL live person.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'd rather go to a college game. You got the
right.
band, the alma mater.
Yeah, I've
been to plenty of those. I had
fun.
Army season. Big game this week at Army Navy.
Yeah,
go Army.
Have
beat
fun
Navy.
at Coastal when I go. So
yeah. You know what I mean?
And my father told me this week, McCall has the opportunity to come back one more year.
Why? Injury?
Yes.
Red shirt?
Yep. So he may come back next year. Either that. He's not sure if he's going to do that or go in the portal. But the coach, Chadwell, that they had that went to Troy
is
they're undefeated in the top 25 or on just in the outskirts of the top 25.
Yeah, they're in a bowl game.
Yeah.
Is that a Manziel hat?
It is gig 'em.
That is a huge brim, bro.
This company that does just college stuff, Dime Life. It's a weird brim. It's short and fat. They call it the dollar bill.
Let me see that for a second because I got that weird shaped head. It might fit me, but
Yeah, it looks good.
because I got that weird and it's shorter.
Right. They call
it I remember I used to wear the painter caps in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Remember the shorter brim?
Oh yeah. So I got this, and then they were on sale on Black Friday.
But the front of that thing is thick.
It is, so they could stitch it.
Yeah.
So I have a pit one coming that just says "Go Panthers," and I got the Longhorns that says "Hook 'em."
Hook 'em. Yeah. That was Jimmy Snuka. Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to buy Boomer Sooner.
No.
I almost bought Roll Tide, but I don't be a front runner either. So
yeah, and later in our show, we've done a college edition of that where remember Roll Tide was part of stately definition.
That's right.
So you don't really want to fuck with Roll Tide.
No, I'm not gonna fuck with Roll Tide. So.
Oh, let's talk about that for a quick second.
What's that?
How much bullshit do you think it is that Florida State got left out of it?
Horrible.
You're a Power 5 conference undefeated champion, and you got left out of the college playoff.
Right, and
it should have been Michigan, Washington,
right,
Florida State, and then I think Texas. Because here's why: Alabama beat Georgia, Texas beat Alabama. They're all one-loss teams.
The math, yeah. I mean,
and everybody wants to say, "Well, Georgia won 29 in a row." I don't care about previous years. This is this year.
Right.
You lost the SEC championship. It is what it is.
Right. I think in the bitch of the whole thing is I think the way it's set up now, you're probably going to see
Alabama, Texas.
Right.
That's what they're looking for. And Texas went to Alabama and beat them.
And that's the thing. And when his Nick Saban lost to a team he's lost prior to the season.
But you can't tell me this isn't financially driven.
It totally is.
This is an ESPN. We fucked the pool.
Conrad Thompson and Jeff Jarrett at the beginning of Jeff Jarrett's pod always talk college football.
Yeah.
And they said, yes, it is definitely financially driven because if this was basketball,
it'd be Florida State.
The ACC team would be in.
Right.
Hands down, because that's a power conference in basketball.
I'm sorry, and I know it's petty. I wouldn't play in a bowl game. I'd tell them go fuck themselves.
Washington.
No. I'm not saying Washington. No. Washington earned their way.
Right.
But I'm saying if I was Florida State, fuck you.
Yeah.
People are go, how about you just go beat Georgia and prove you belong? What if they go and beat Georgia by 40?
Right.
Then what are you going to say? Then even if I know they go, if you get mopped by Georgia, okay, if you do. But if they went there and they beat Georgia by 40, what'd you prove? You're still not going to be national champions.
Right.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, you're better than everybody else, and you still can't get the crown.
Right.
So no, I'm with you on that.
It's garbage. Yeah. It's garbage. It was garbage the years when you would have a voting to determine it.
They want the Nick Saban dynasty shit. They love that. It makes money.
I honestly
drives me away.
I'm sorry, but I hope Michigan beats the brakes off of them.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, by like 40.
Yeah.
And it's probably not going to happen, but this is the problem. You get to the big, you get to these and they're indoors. If there's ever a disadvantage, it's to the Big Ten.
Right.
Because they're not built for speed. They're built for being outside in the snow and the cold.
Right.
And now you're indoors where it's 75 on turf and we're just going to burn it up and down the carpet all night. Yeah. I don't agree. Like, give them an outdoors game. Whoever the top seed is, give them that game. All right, it's outdoors on grass. Okay.
Cool.
I'm good with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, being the top seed actually means something.
Right. And Washington being another cold weather area, and now you're going in to play Texas on turf. You know what I mean? It's kind of bullshit.
It is.
What else been going on? Anything?
No, I'm the same boat as you. Trying to get back in the swing.
Yeah. Feeling better? Your legs better this week?
We're
not cutting it off, Kamala?
I'm not cutting it off. I still got to wear those damn pressure stocks. But
all the time or just?
Yeah, well, yeah. For at work, and then like I have like just the regular stocking thing on over my sock today.
Yeah. Have you tried what is it? Tommy Copper or whatever?
Oh, like the
There's a copper one, right?
Yeah. Tommy Copper's one of. There's a bunch of them out there. The ones that got them off of Amazon, it was what the doctor told me to get.
Yeah.
A certain type
Do
of
they
pressure.
feel like they help?
Yeah, they do. It wasn't nearly as sore yesterday when I had them on. So
good.
Yep.
Good. Anything else going
on? No, not really. I got my sleeping machine.
Oh yeah, it's a BiPAP.
Yep. So first night, I rocked it for like 8 hours.
Did you feel a lot more refreshed when you got up?
Tough to say. I'm getting used to it, but I definitely slept with less piss breaks and on my back for a long period of time. So it's doing its job. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's wild. Once you get you get up and you're like, oh my god, I'm refreshed. Like this is what it feels like to
open your mouth and it's like,
yeah.
You have to vacuum because I only have the nose thing.
Yeah,
but it works so much better. I don't feel.
Yeah, I'm like the nose pillow.
Yeah,
which I got approved for a new one. Right.
Yeah.
It's coming in, but they never asked me. They never asked me like what kind of mask I want, so I don't know what's coming.
They're going to give it. Did you go? Is it Apria?
Yeah, but they're just sending it to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I had to pick it up. That was weird.
Well, no, they asked me if I would like to pick it up.
Oh, okay.
And I told them I really don't know because I don't know when I'm getting out of work and what your hours are.
Right.
So I don't know that I can just go and pick it up.
Right.
So whatever they send me, I mean, I imagine I could call them and say, hey, the next round, could you send me the nose pillow?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, for now, I could just take my current one and put it on the end of the hose if it fits.
Or even go on eBay, or not eBay, on Amazon, you can buy them.
Oh, can you?
10 or 15 bucks.
Yeah. So what made you feel like that? What sprung this top 5?
Probably like a lot of.
Because you want to be a kid?
Yeah, not really. I'm not Christmas shopping much this year. Carly and I.
Yeah, I definitely can't.
That's part of it. And 2, we agreed to forego presents for airfare to go see my parents in February.
Right.
So, and then the kids are older and they want
right. You're getting to that thing
So
until we get grandkids, we're going to be. I mean, I still have Boston, but
right.
But he's like in a different shit now. So
right.
Until we get grandkids, it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm getting Max and Chris each one thing to open.
Right.
And I'll get Hannah and Megan each one thing to open too. But they're getting combined gifts, and they both kind of wanted like gift cards or.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So I thought maybe this would be at least window shopping would be fun to see if you were a kid today. What were some cool things that you might want?
All right, let's get into her. This week's top 5. The top 5 Christmas gifts you'd want if you were young today.
Yes.
I'll start. Number 5,
right.
Indoor, the high-end basketball hoop that hangs on the back of your door.
Okay.
Like I had the Nerf one.
Me too.
I had the Nerf one that it was Nerf, but it was stitched. So the ball was like smooth. It wasn't like the really scratchy Nerf ball.
Right.
Had a little weight to it. It was stitched and I love that thing. I must have shot 20,000 shots on that thing in a month. You know what I mean? That's all I did.
My father and I would play in my bedroom, and then I had another one that I put up in at Pop's house up in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Because their room was gigantic. So it was like having a full court up there. It was awesome. So I used to shoot up there all the time when I was a kid. Nerf hoops.
I used to shoot at that thing all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like that's how.
Like the first one I ever got
we
was
didn't have cell phones
Nerf
and shit.
Sponge ball.
Yeah. And they barely flew.
Yeah.
And then when they stitched it, it got more art.
Yes, very much.
But I used to take mine and instead of sticking it over the door, I'd stick it in. My dad probably wanted to kill me behind the trim work because my door opened.
Right.
And when it opened, my closet door was right here.
Right.
So I stuck it in the trim work, and then what I did is I put a piece of couple pieces of cardboard in it, so it really stiffened up the rim.
Nice.
So if you dunked on it, it would
that's awesome.
But so then I could really shoot.
Yep.
But I love that thing, man. I shot thousands and thousands, but we didn't have phones and shit and internet, so that's what occupied our time when we were bored. We just shot at that thing over and over and over and over.
How many in a row can you make?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd shoot. I had 10, and then I got to make one before I go to bed.
Or you'd lay down, and from your back, how many can you get in?
Yeah.
Shit like that. So,
that'd be my number 5.
All right, my number 5 is the original flying orb hover ball. You got to see them. They're all over Amazon
Oh, is that where
now.
the guy like throws it to somebody?
And or it can boomerang and come back to you. Like that shit is to me is awesome.
And they're lit up, right? It's like blue
Right.
and green, and it lights up and goes.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
that
they
is
go up
pretty
and come
cool.
back. I
like that
really
loop
cool.
thing too.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the same kind of toy like thing.
Yeah, to me that's so like Jedi-ish.
Yeah.
Like the Jedi lightsaber trainer that would shoot the laser beams
Yeah,
at
yeah.
them when they were training.
Yeah.
That thing would just hover, and that to me is cool as hell.
Remember laser tag when we were kids?
Yeah, photon.
A photon, yeah. All right, my number 4, I would want, and I'm going like I'm basing it like on if I was my son's age, like 15.
Right.
I'd want Hey Dudes winter boots, like stylish, like because you're at that age where you would still want something that's like, you know, like you'd want Jordans or Reebok pumps or something to that effect. Right. I'd want Hey Dudes winter boots. You know, they're kind of cool and they're kind of warm, and I hate the cold, so I'd want something that looked good and had some style and was warm.
I left sneakers off completely
because that's its own list. It's still
totally.
Yep.
My number 4, the Victus, which is a baseball bat company.
Yeah.
Athlete 35 Pro model.
Of course, the Athlete.
Yeah, I want a bat.
You want a bat now, though?
No, I want a bat.
Easter.
Like I said, same thing. I would want that bat because it's just the Athlete bat.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'd use it.
But that'd be the Easter gift. Like that's when I got my baseball shade, Easter.
Right.
So I wouldn't say now, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. My number 3, Assassin's Creed Nexus for the VR. It's virtual reality Assassin's Creed.
I looked at
VR. Somebody's got to be jumping off a couch and breaking their leg doing this shit.
Oh my God, it's insane.
Because I had one, remember a few years ago I had the Oculus?
Yeah.
Like probably the second one that ever came out, the first one. And it was amazing then. I can't imagine what the technology is now compared to then.
Yeah.
And we're talking, a year you could be a mile behind the times. So I can't imagine now we're fucking probably 7 years from then.
That's true.
What's it like now? Yeah. What's it like now?
Yep. Number 3, the Star Wars, the Black Series, the Darth Vader helmet.
Oh, yeah.
It actually fully comes apart.
Yeah.
And you can put it on piece by piece. It's got the rebreather sound effect and all that shit.
It's really they make cool. One big enough for our melons, you think?
Probably not. Not my head, anyway. The average size melon, I'm sure it would fit. Probably. But yeah, it's on a stand, and you can still just disassemble the whole thing. To me, it's cool.
That's got to be a couple $100, I bet
you. Yeah, $199.
That's not bad.
No.
That's really not bad. My number 2, it would be AirPod Max headphones.
Okay.
They're a big thing going right now. It's AirPods, but they're going back to like the full noise canceling. You know what I mean? I have Beats and all them, but I don't know. Whatever, they're the hot item. AirPod Max headphones.
All right. My number 2 would be the Nintendo Switch Lite.
What's it just?
It's the handheld version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does it come with a screen in the middle or whatever?
Yeah. Okay. It's like a today's best Game Boy. I know you see shit all the time on TikTok for these things the emulators that play all the old stuff, but I don't trust them because you've got to be somewhat tech savvy to download new shit and this, that, and the
I don't know, man, because I got the mini Nintendo one that one time. It's got 300 something games on it.
Yeah, I did look to see that MLB The Show is a game for the Switch Lite, so I was like, I'm in.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I played the Switch a lot when I was in England hanging out with Summer. I never played it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, and my number 1, I would want like a 4K high-end, like a video camera. Like I want it now. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean like these ones that we have here. I mean like one that would be like a pocket video camera.
Right.
That you could bring around and shoot stuff. Because I like that. Like, Romero said to me, he's like, man, I'd want a drone. I go, I got one of them. Like, I got to think. Like, I'm like, you got to start thinking of like things you don't like that I don't have that I would want.
Right.
And I'd want that even then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like with technology to some degree, I'd enjoy that. Like the way they make them now, they're only like this big, and not even like the width of. I mean, like maybe like the width of a Zippo.
Yeah.
And you got like full.
They're
gimbal
awesome.
And everything.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're amazing and amazing quality, and it's just cool to have.
Definitely. My number 1, an e-scooter, electric scooter.
Oh yeah,
and they have them for big guys too. Like
like the Big Show had one, right?
I think so. But I was looking briefly today. Like you can get them as cheap as like
The one you stand up on or the one you sit down on?
Stand up on.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like with the wide boards.
Yep.
The bigger knobby tires. They're sweet. Go up to like the one I looked at today was like it was expensive. It was like fucking $3,000.
Yeah.
But they go up to 65 miles an hour.
Wow. I'd rather be on a bike. That would be an honorable mention for me, the e-bikes.
Yeah.
You fucking hit a curb. I watched a dude in Nashville. Me and Kat are walking down the road, and a dude tried to park one of them Lime, whatever they're called. They zoop around.
Yeah.
He hit he thought he was going like he caught the edge of the curb.
He thought it was going up like the lower.
You know, like like where the handicap flattens up.
Yeah.
No, he clipped that fucking thing. He must have went like 15 feet, like airborne, smacking the pavement, bro.
Fuck that. That's
bad. Like that's crazy. You're over the handlebars on them things, man. Like at least on a bike, I feel like I'd be a little safer.
Right. Well, some of them have the option to where they actually have the post and the seat you can add on.
Yeah.
So you can actually make it like a riding thing too, but
that would be pretty cool. Just to get around on.
I had my bike and I had a kick scooter when we were kids. And I used my kick scooter more than anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
I bought Boston something like a Mongoose scooter from like when we were kids a couple of years ago. He was like, "This is like the dumbest thing ever." I'm like, that was the coolest thing when we were kids. Right. You know what I mean? I just didn't get it.
Yeah, I didn't either. Razors, the razors were big again for a little while.
Razors, yeah, like when my nephew Troy, who's 30 now, and Christopher. Yeah, they were big for that time frame.
Yeah. So that being said, I want to give you your gift. I love it, and I think you're gonna like it too.
Okay.
So, Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. He does this to me when
all the time.
When I have was not expecting it.
I just want because I'm happy to give it to you.
ASMR. Oh, now it's another. All right, what do we got? We got stickers. I see stickers. Let's see. City Locks.
Is the company.
Is the company. Ooh, ASMR again.
Yes.
And this is... Oh, sweet. This is an Outlaw Blitz shirt of some sort. Oh, that is awesome, dude. So...
I saw the design, and I'm like, oh, he loved that. That's an 80s thing right there.
It's an 80s tape deck. I'm trying to get it on the camera so I can see.
80s cassette tape.
80s cassette tape says Outlaw Blitz, G-Mac and Winnie. That is badass, bro. Thanks so much, man.
You're welcome.
That is fucking awesome.
That was as I was getting my infusion.
Oh, yeah?
is when I came across that. So,
and then if you guys want to do something like that custom for yourself, this is
that's company
City Locks.
Hats, t-shirts, hoodies, everything.
Yeah, we'll have to put these up somewhere.
Super quick.
That is awesome.
I ordered it Black Friday and I had it I think the following Thursday. It was quick.
That is a freaking cool gift.
Cool, man. Glad you like it.
Yeah.
So
well, now the pressure's on. Well, we had
pressure.
Custom Cologne a couple years ago.
Absolutely. That was the shit, man. That was good stuff.
All right, let's move on to... Five crazy questions sponsored by Scalable Computers via GMAC. Number 1. What's one thing you wish you got for Christmas but never did? And what's one thing you wish you could have given for Christmas but couldn't find or couldn't afford?
Oh boy. Get for Christmas but didn't. I gotta go way back to the A-Team action figures, and I want to say,
was it Face?
It was one of the. I got 3 of the 4, and the 4th one I didn't get. And
I had BA for sure,
and then I got Christmas money.
Yeah,
so I went out and I got.
I don't think I got Murdoch. I couldn't get Murdoch.
Yeah, I got the 4th at KB, and then I went home. And I got fucking violently ill that day, puked everywhere. And I just associated those action figures with being sick, and I never fucking played with them.
Really? So you wish you would have got it originally instead of...
Right. Secondhand, I probably would have.
I thought you were going to say you wish you would have gotten a Grayskull castle with a working Trap
The one
door.
that Haunted Please didn't break?
Yeah,
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 that would
yeah.
have been nice. And gifts?
Is there anything you wish you could have gotten? And this is no bullshit. I wish I could have gotten a Kamala LJN action figure. It's the only one I've never gotten.
Right. And they're
I very
big
much want
money.
one of those.
Big money.
Still today, I want one of those.
That's awesome.
Just to say I had it.
Right.
Because that was the one. I had almost, I mean, I could almost verbatim go down and check each one.
Right.
I had LJNs, I think I pretty much had every single one except Kamala. I've never held Kamala.
That's awesome. Again, they're super expensive. So
yep.
Unless you stumble upon one at like a fucking yard sale or.
I'm just saying, I might just have to go buy one somewhere.
Just to have it.
Just to have it once.
Yep. To give, I would probably say, I mean, we always tried to make sure the kids had everything they wanted for Christmas. I hope they got everything they wanted, but I always did want to do like a Christmas trip somewhere and never, whatever reason, didn't have the vacation time or the money.
Right, just the
third, yeah.
Like to do a family Christmas vacation. Yeah, I think that would probably be one. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and the older you get, the more you look back and wish you could have done it
right.
the right way then. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, number 2. What's your favorite Christmas drink to have?
Christmas drink? Like on Christmas Day?
Just a Christmassy drink. Like could be a freaking Manhattan. It doesn't matter. Like, what's your favorite Christmas drink?
I don't know. Probably something basic like eggnog. It's something I don't drink the rest of the year.
Yeah, but it just reminds you.
It does.
Christmas.
It reminds me of Christmas. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I have the moose glass.
Yep.
And it's eggnog with the breakfast. When I have breakfast with my kids, it's the eggnog. But I made this punch last year that was phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, it had I think I had 7-Up. I'll have to give you the thing for it. It was called Christmas Punch, and it had raspberry sorbet with 7-Up and something else. It was so good.
Nice.
We emptied the thing out like it was like people kept going back and filling up their cups. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool. But eggnog would be my go-to.
Okay.
All right, number 3. What Christmas song do you absolutely despise?
Oh God, Mariah Carey.
All I Want for Christmas.
Yeah,
me too.
Because you just hear it too much.
Way too much. Overkill.
Yeah, way overkill. And the last time she tried to perform it live, she butchered her own song. It was
brutal.
Yeah. Yep. No, definitely, 100%.
All right. Number 4. Would you rather wrap 100 Christmas presents or write out 100 Christmas cards?
Wrap 100 Christmas presents.
Really?
I love wrapping.
I have great penmanship. I'd rather write the cards.
Yeah. I've always had, I've made days of it where today is wrapping day, and it's usually a day either there's football games on,
or you turn a movie on.
I'll turn movies on, and movies and wrap. Yeah, I like wrapping.
Yeah, I know you do. You should wrap all my presents for me. All right, and number 5. Would you rather be a Christmas toy tester or a Christmas food tester?
Toy tester.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's got to be the best job.
I think of Tom Hanks and Big.
But imagine if you just got the shitty wooden toys.
Oh, fuck this stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to put you in the fucking, what were the ghetto supersized Legos?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, I don't want to play
Mega
with
Blocks?
Mega Blocks. No, I don't want to play with that shit. No,
yeah.
No, give me
that's all you get is the dumb shit.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
No, I would want it, all the new toys before they come out. And you'd be like,
yeah.
oh, well, this doesn't make sense. What's it do?
Yeah. Or it breaks too easy or, that would be the shit. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So that was a quick round of, quick round of 5
definitely.
crazy questions. We are going to move forward to, I just got to find the audio for it. This is stately definitions, and is this the Christmas edition?
This is Christmas edition.
All right, so I just want to make sure so I can write it on here when we put it up on the board. Christmas edition of stately definitions. All right, buddy. Wait, no, isn't it? Go ahead.
All right, number one. Uh, this is actually a verb, not a not a noun in its use, but it's Christmas tree.
Okay.
It is to decorate someone, meaning light. It is to decorate and light someone up. So you give them a pearl necklace and punch them in the face.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so I Christmas treed that bitch last night.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was the sentence that they gave me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Number two, it's actually this is also a verb. So it's being Christmas treed,
Okay.
or no, it's Christmas. It's Christmas treeing something, and in this aspect, it is to fill out a test. The bubbles just random patterns because you have no fucking idea what the answers
So
are.
just you make a Christmas tree out of
Yes,
it?
yeah, you do make a drawing and choose your Christmas tree. Number three is snowman. This is going to be to ejaculate on a female's stomach, then immediately scoop it up and slap her in the face with it.
Why is that a snowman?
The snowman. So I don't know. You have to ask Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
Number four. This is a good one. Christmas wreath is the multicolored particulate that gets matted in your pubic hair when you fall asleep after unprotected anal sex without showering.
Oh, dude. We just made the Christmas special take a really violently awful turn. Leave it to Highland and stately definitions.
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the last one, though. It's the Christmas stocking. It's when a pink sock becomes infected and inflamed, taking a green and red hue.
Like pink tube sock?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that is, look it up. I'm not going to, we're not going to elaborate on the show.
Yes, but green and red like a Christmas stocking.
Yeah, because we just dragged this thing right to the sewer.
It's bad.
Shitter's full.
Oh, my God. So that is the horrendous version of Christmas stately definitions.
Holy Jesus, man.
There's some sick people out there.
Oh.
And the fucked up thing is anything you find on their website, you can purchase and have put on t-shirts, mugs, hats, whatever you want. It's awful.
Do you think you have a favorite one of all time?
Oh, it's a clam stand.
It's easily the clam stand's number one.
Absolutely.
The Rhode Island clam stand.
Yes, is without a doubt the all-time best.
That one's the Colonial Cannon was good too.
Which one was that?
That was the one where you pack your partner's asshole full and then you light a candle. Kaboom. It blows it apart.
That's right, yes. Yeah, there's some sick people in this world.
Some of these things, if you go back through our lists of stately definitions,
they're bad.
Which this started off, which is really wild. It started off as it was going to be like a term that then meant something else.
Right.
And we started doing it by states.
Right.
New York, we went across like the Northeast, the Midwest, out to the West, South. I think we did a countries one when I was over in England.
Did.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like we didn't do the worldwide one yet, but like
we'll save that for New
the
Year's.
World Tour or something,
yes,
or the New Year. No, the New Year edition.
The New Year edition.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate the World New Year with a new stately. Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's keep her moving. All right, Over and Under, sponsored by Budget Blinds of East Greenbush via Summer and McLovin.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I would, waiting for Highland to get here today, where apparently he came to the studio via California.
Major car accident by the mall. Had to reroute.
I'm pretty sure your phone works, so text message would have been helpful.
I was driving, but luckily Chris messaged me, hey, you might want to go a different route because the traffic by the mall is not moving.
So you didn't go that way to start?
I did. I started and then backtracked and went East Chester Street and down 32.
Oh, okay. All right, number one, candy canes.
Overrated.
Oh, my God. Underrated.
Really?
That's sacrilege.
Really?
Yes, I love candy canes.
Oh,
I could eat an entire box right now.
the mint ones.
Yes, the regular, original candy canes.
I could dig some of the other flavors, but to me, they're more decorations than anything. I just don't really fuck with them.
I love candy canes.
Sacrilege.
Underrated is all underrated can be.
All right.
Well, think about it. If it wasn't for Christmas, you would never. That's why they're probably overrated to you. But if it wasn't for Christmas,
The only thing I will say,
this is the Christmas edition,
right?
Christmas without candy canes. How do you feel about that?
That would not.
So that would make them underrated
at that point. Yeah.
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 I'm not saying like every day.
I do like a good mint candy cane stirred
in your hot chocolate.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, Christmas caroling.
Fuck that. I like
to do it overrated. I think it's an underrated lost art.
Right. Now, if a bunch of carolers showed up at your door, are you gonna listen to them?
Probably.
Okay.
Because
in my neighborhood, I'm not.
But what I'm saying is I think the places that do that, it's very community driven.
Right. I picture like something out of
Mount Marion Park. They used to do it.
Yeah.
A bunch of kids we used to do it as kids.
Really?
We'd get a group of us together and do it. They've done it as recently in the last few years. I remember a group of people walking around and doing it. The school planned a caroling night, and they came up and they walked through and caroled from.
That's cool.
You know what I mean?
All right.
It's an old lost thing. Like these are the things like we complain that the holidays are changing,
right? And then
but then you're shitting on them, when they do it. So
yeah, you're right.
I say underrated for that.
Overrated to do because I can't sing for shit.
But like I said, overrated to do, but underrated lost art. Like it's part of what the holiday spirit was back in the day.
Now, like if I was at my in-laws Christmas Day and a bunch of carolers came, then yeah, I would totally be down for it.
Right.
Different neighborhood, different setting, puts a whole different view on it.
Well, they want to be going sipping this yak to get clapped. Yeah. All right. Number 3. This says, bows on presents.
Bows on presents? Like not the sticky ones.
Like a bow on a present. Either sticky one or otherwise tied.
Underrated. I think they look incomplete without it.
I like them for the best present.
Okay.
I'll wrap all the presents, and the one with the bow is the main one that is the last one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just, if you draw a present, how do you define it?
Right.
It's just a box. If you put a bow on it, you go, that's a present.
Right. Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. You know?
The hardest thing is like when you put them all under your tree and everything's got a bow, but then you're bringing the presents somewhere else for them to open them.
Yeah. It smushes them.
Yeah, fucking fall off. They're all flat.
Yeah.
But then I've had people that go extravagant with bows, like
on their peenie has to take
Christina's
off.
mother used to like literally wrap
and tie the bows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so they look beautiful under the tree, and then you're sitting there for 10 minutes trying to get the damn thing off the box until when you finally get it pulled to the side, the box is fucking half smushed.
Yeah. Your chocolates are all fucked up,
all jacked. Yeah, it's terrible.
All right, number 4, real Christmas trees.
Oh boy, both. Underrated in the fact that I love the smell. I like the way they look. Overrated is if you have carpeting, those fucking needles will be in your carpet until April. No, not even April, August.
Yeah, just underrated in general.
Yeah.
Real Christmas trees are the way to go. I hate having a fake one. I didn't even put it up yet, but I hate having a fake Christmas tree. And real Christmas trees, that's just something you got to deal with.
Yeah.
Clean up the pine needles sucks balls, but they are phenomenal and it smells good. And for me, it was always the hunt for the real one.
Going to get the tree.
To cut it down.
Yeah. We've done that a few times, like the Christmas tree places. After my parents split up and Tony and my father got together the first go around, we used to go up to the Broskies and get our tree from there.
I've gotten a few there.
And
over the years, I remember
out in like Kerhonkson or out that way.
Put it this way, I don't ever remember my dad going.
Right.
But I remember my mom taking me, and we'd go and cut a tree down and come back with it. And it's just one of those things you remember. It's not on my list, but fucking tinsel on a tree, overrated.
Tinsel's
That's the
horrid.
80s.
And
my mom used
50s.
My mom used to throw but that was probably underrated for her. That was her Christmas.
Right.
That fucking shit was so tacky. And then getting your vacuum cleaner and stop the belt.
Right. Well, now here's a bunch. Here, I'll give you a list of overrated shit to put on a tree: strung together popcorn.
Yep.
Strung together berries.
Yep. Tinsel.
Tinsel. I don't mind garland.
Yeah.
Lights can be a bitch.
It depends.
Pre-lit trees, when we got fake trees again, when I was married, actually both
The only
wives.
advantage of pre-lit trees is they're spaced out properly.
Correct.
But sometimes I've seen where you have to put lights on top of them still.
Yeah, because there's not enough,
right.
Or you plug it in for a year or two and there's a dead spot.
Yeah.
So you got to feed lights in there anyway.
Yeah.
The coolest thing ever, and I love this, that I played it with it every year, and we would occasionally plug it in throughout the Christmas season. Grandfather had this thing that he put up in the center of the tree, and it came down, and it made like a bird. It made like a bird chirping noise. Yeah, it was weird.
We had one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was like a 70s thing.
Yeah. Remember the old... Well, we'll get into that. Number 5, eggnog.
Oh, underrated.
Underrated is all underrated can be.
Now, a flavored eggnog or just plain eggnog?
No, eggnog.
Plain eggnog. I don't want the flavor.
Yeah, I didn't... What flavor?
You can get them out there that are flavored with Southern Comfort or pumpkin spice or
eggnog.
Yeah, eggnog.
All right, number 6, Frosty/Rudolph.
Underrated.
Underrated for Christmas. It's one of those things that, even though I don't watch it, if it wasn't there anymore, I'd be like, what the...
Right. Where'd it go?
Right. And I would throw, like, probably nowadays, the Grinch. Not the cartoon, the Jim Carrey movie. I think the Jim Carrey movie is way better than the cartoon.
Never liked the Grinch.
Really?
Yeah, never liked the Grinch.
Even the movie?
Even the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't a Grinch fan. What about A Christmas Story? You shoot your eye out.
It's not my favorite Christmas movie by any means.
No. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation
is my favorite.
Mine too.
Yeah. You know what one I could do without when people are going to kill me? But the Elf. I was like, eh.
That's okay. I put it above Grinch.
Home Alone's a Christmas movie.
It is, and so is Die Hard.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
I know, I'm just saying. But yeah.
Yeah. Home Alone is definitely, to me, a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I would definitely...
1 and 2.
I would definitely not put Elf above the Grinch. No way. No way.
Right.
Let's keep moving before we start a fight here. All right, number 7. Colored lights, 80s style.
Love it.
Yeah, underrated.
Yeah.
The old 80s with the big bulbs, you know what I mean?
Totally.
And the red and blues and yellows. It's, it's just one of those things like fads go in with Christmas where everybody had icicle lights for a little while.
And the projectors, that's been a big thing. The big blow-up things.
Yeah.
My father always did it right. The house always looked good. Now he decorates, and he puts lights out down there. It's just weird seeing Christmas lights in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah. If you want to see a pretty cool movie, Prime, Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy.
I'm dying to see that.
It was actually cute. It was a good family movie, but kind of had some of that Eddie, funny
humor in there.
Yeah.
Good.
Like his facial expressions and stuff
He's
like that.
underrated.
Oh, yeah. He's
super underrated.
Majorly underrated.
Yes.
But that was I'm glad McLovin and them gave us that.
Yeah.
That, that list there. All right. Keeping her moving. I really like that tune, bro.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty catchy, right?
It is.
What's on your rabbit hole this week?
Oh, I got into a thing last weekend. What sparked it was the Christmas at Graceland special.
Okay.
And then I watched that. I'm all emotional.
Oh, wait. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Because I went on my YouTube app.
Yeah.
At home on my TV. And there's a million Elvis and Graceland fucking things on my search history.
Yes.
I want to kill you. I want to absolutely
because every time Jimmy and I need stuff for TCB, I find it on YouTube.
Yeah, and it's on my motherfucking TV.
Your
I'm like,
algorithm is fucked
this
right
fucking
now.
Elvis bullshit. I'm so tired of seeing this garbage.
Oh shit. Yeah, so I watched the Christmas special in typical fucking Highland Luckin fashion. It was 10 to 11. 8 to 10 was the Rockefeller Center thing.
Yeah.
10 to 11 it was live from Graceland. So 5 of 10, the internet goes out. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
At home.
At home. So went and got the router, or got the T-Mobile thing.
Wait a minute. So this was live?
Right.
There was an Elvis special live.
Right. It was live
recently.
It was live from Graceland, yeah.
Oh, they do it every year?
No, this is the first year.
Okay.
This is the first time live music has ever been performed for a special at Graceland.
That wasn't from him.
He never did it.
Oh, okay.
Right. So Elvis's granddaughter hosted. Riley Keough did a great job. And then it was like Alanis Morissette, John Legend, Casey Musgrave, dump truck. What's her name? God, Sal loved her. Lainey Wilson.
Yeah.
Lainey Wilson. Truth. What is it? No, Warren Treaty and
Jelly Roll.
No, Post Malone.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because you told me about this.
Yeah.
With him with the suit on, leopard print
suit. Jumped, and then after he was done, he dove in the pool.
Oh, it had to be cold.
It was 35 there. It was cold. So I watched that, enjoyed the shit out of it, and then I get on YouTube, and I found this one specific girl. She's a musician herself, a singer, and does reaction videos to other artists.
Right.
So I got down the whole Elvis reaction video from all these different voice coaches, artists, like the same 3 or 4 songs that are like big ones over time, and to watch their reactions and stuff. That took me from like 12 to 2:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't sleep for shit that night?
No, I did not. But she's cool because she wasn't just Elvis. She was all over the charts with like Sinatra, The Doors. I mean, a bunch of different stuff. So that was one. Different chiropractors.
Oh, yeah?
Doing adjustments. And like everybody's got their own method and what works for them. Like Bo Hightower uses like the things with the hammer. Doug Willen, the guy from New York City, is more Y-strap and a lot of real like in-depth joint manipulation and stuff, and deep tissue massage. Like people going in that can barely walk, and 10, 20 minutes
They're impressive to see people that can barely get in there. They're hunched over, and then they finally...
Right.
Yeah.
But the Y-strap always gets you because...
Clunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But stuff like that. Molly Schuyler.
I don't know who that is.
She is a competitive eater. She is probably like mid-40s, early 40s mom, rail thin. She has like shaved hair on the sides, long hair, long color hair on top. She's a little alternative looking, tats and everything. Yo, she put down, it was a bucket, like a giant, like something you would mix like dough in, a big bowl of biscuits and sausage gravy. And it weighed 14 pounds.
Holy shit.
And she ate it in like 30 minutes.
Wow. Because the guy in Man vs. Food used to only 7-8 pounds was his limit.
Right. She did
like 7 pounds he could get it. 8 was about...
I don't know how she does it because she's like, looks like she's probably about 5'8" and maybe 110 pounds.
Really?
Like
that's ultra thin at 5'8".
Right. Amazing how she did. She did a pizza. It was half of it was like huge. It was probably twice the size of this table. Half of it was a stromboli, packed, and the other half was a pizza, which was like 5 or 6 slices. 11 minutes.
And ate the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Oh my God.
Like you watch her, and it's like watching a snake swallow like a fucking giraffe.
Yeah.
Like gulp, 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 water. Gulp. It's not chewing shit. There's no way.
Right.
But I always wonder with competitive eaters, they got to prep for this stuff.
They have to purge when it's done.
How do you not?
Like Joey Chestnut probably wears his belt and then goes over and hurls in the can.
Does he eat hot dogs all the rest of the year?
He probably ate enough hot dogs the rest of his life.
Right. Like you can't have the taste for this shit after all that.
Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, and she's like definitely not ladylike when she's doing it. She's got a pile of the toppings that are out, and she's just handfuls.
Yeah.
Pounding it down.
Well, you have to. You know, it's not.
Matt Stoney's another one. But like Molly Schuyler, she did, and this like made me sick to even think of. You like the oatmeal cream pies?
Yeah.
100.
Oh my God! Of like the little Debbie's, whatever.
Yeah, 100 of them.
Oh.
Awful. Like,
let me see.
You gotta be in a total coma, sugar coma when you're done with that shit.
Yeah, I would imagine like Jenna Jameson probably ate 100 cream pies in her life.
I'm sure she did. Oh God, but yeah, no. So competitive eating stuff because it's just bizarre. Wagyu steak, like there's so many different videos about people cooking steak and the other bearded butcher guys when they break down a whole animal. I find that fascinating.
Yeah, yep.
It really is. Like, and you can buy it. You go right to the website and whatever they're breaking down, you can go on and buy.
Yeah,
and have it shipped. But that's been most of the rabbit holes. A new car detailing guy, but the cars that they're getting look like they're straight out of the fucking junkyard to the point where they completely empty the entire car.
Yeah.
All seats are out, carpets out, everything, the dashboard's disassembled, everything is scrubbed and put back together, and then it's pull it right out. It's like, holy shit.
It's nice when you have a garage and free time to just do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's just amazing how, like, they're taking stuff like from a junkyard when they're done.
It looks good.
Brand new.
And the thing is, if you can turn it over like that,
right,
put a day's worth of work into it and sell it if you get it for nothing, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, what about you?
Well, I created a rabbit hole for somebody having a conversation.
Oh, jeez.
I said to Scally, I'm like, yo, man, you want to see something cool? Check out these new RC cars that they're racing up at in this track in Albany.
Like the Traxxas cars?
They're like a Traxxas car, but they got dirt modified bodies on them.
Really?
And they are awesome. So we went into that. Then we watched drag racing on them. And then we went from drag racing to the nationals with how fast with the gas cars where they're coming in with pit stops and they're pushing gas in them and changing the tire quick and sending them back on their way.
And they're
all RC. Some of them are brushless motors. Some of them are gas powered. Some
right,
of them are the drag strips, but they're all RC.
Right.
We fell down a fucking rabbit hole of every kind of RC car you can imagine. He's like, thanks a lot, man. You talk about rabbit hole on your show. This is fucking. He goes, I'm stuck.
So how much does one of those go for? With the modified body.
So how this whole thing started, Phil Stachio does a Snapchat.
Yeah.
And he does like a video and he's like, and it's just Phil. You know, I know Phil, I call him Fire Marshal Phil forever.
He does TikTok too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I see him on a Snapchat where he's like, hey, I found these cars. He goes, and this one was this, and this one was that, and that one was this, and this one. So I was like, Phil, where did you ever race these? Because he said something like, this is a car I used to race. I'm like, where did you race this car? Because I'm looking for like a hobby to do one night a week somewhere to go like kind of just do something, have something to do. He's like, he goes, George, this car right here, I used to race at a track in Albany. And this one I got about $1,100 in to make it like to race competitively.
Right.
And I'm like, $1,100, man. I mean, like I've had pictures of my cars when I used to race them, and I raced nationally and whatnot. And that's what I've been looking for, is like an indoor, outdoor racetrack, you know? So he told me about the thing, and that's what started me down the rabbit hole.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh my God, they got dirt modified bodies on them and all this other shit.
Because normally you buy the chassis,
Yeah, it's like, I think like around $300 to $400 complete. And then I'm sure
then you got to mod
most of these guys, they're buying the body kits and the lightweight stuff and the, you know what I mean? Like, of course you're gonna tune them in,
right?
You know, and like what Phil was saying is people like 1,100. I guarantee he was probably like around 300.
Yeah.
And then the more he raced, the more he got up, and you know, you start off in the novice class and you're competitive, and the more you go,
you've got
the more you start adding. Oh, you're like, this shock works better, so you buy some of them, you know. But that's what started me. And then me and Scally were on, like, we watched every kind of RC thing you could imagine watching.
There.
Until last night, I actually sent him a text. The best racer, pavement racer right now, went to some track. They're like, I don't know. Highland Winnie stops by to test out his new this fucking. I'll show it to you. This thing had to be going like 90, and this guy was just like butter, wing, 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 like perfect. And you don't realize the skill involved to make
Right.
that thing go like
Right.
that. I mean, it came by and it sounded like a spaceship went by. Woo!
You're not in. It's different when you're in the vehicle and controlling it, as opposed to you have a thing in your hand and you're trying to make it do.
And
what
you got to
want it
remember,
to do.
if it's driving at you and
Right.
you want it to
Reverse.
go right, you got to make it go left. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty wild. So I watched a lot of that.
Damn, you're gonna. I know what I'm watching later.
Yeah. Ted Lasso. I rewatched Ted Lasso, and I'd never seen the third season. So that was a rabbit hole I fell down. I'm like, oh, Ted Lasso. So I watched like the third season, and then just one after another.
Right.
And I'm like, God damn, I got to watch the whole thing over again. So I like flipped all the way back to the whole thing. And then, I mean, last but not least, military stories. I fall down, and then this today, as we're recording, it being Pearl Harbor Day.
Yeah.
You know, you get in these things where you're just watching like these warriors talk about their time and what happened, and I mean, it goes back from I've watched World War I, World War II guys, Vietnam guys talk, Afghanistan, Gulf War, excuse me, but all these people just their conversations and like the pain in their eyes and the pride in the brothership and and in the heart of the warrior to fight to keep the he's like our guy was just getting shot up and we dragged him back and he just had his pistol fire and he goes and then we all just dogpiled on top of him, plates on plates is what they called it. He goes we're just taking bullets. He goes but we're just trying to protect him from getting shot anymore so that he could live. And you just start falling down these stories and you want the next one and the next one and the next one.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was a lot of that. But them RC cars definitely 100% took up the majority of my time. And last but not least, I got caught in this circle after this Elvis thing. I got caught in this thing of what almost became our top 5 today. All old videos of our guys playing football, like the 16, 17 teams, 18, like just these games. And like you see the play and you're like, oh my God, I remember this play exactly how, like you're watching it from a video, but you remember how it happened live at the moment. You know what I mean? And a lot, like with Ezra scoring on a long touchdown and, in the rain in Fallsburg, losing one by a point in overtime.
Yeah.
To then, when we go there with the Outlaws, kick the living shit out of them on a Saturday night under the lights,
Oh, dude, that was the most together we played all year long.
If we played like that all year long, nobody was touching us. That was a dominant game.
That and the Aniora game.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful warm night, and we kicked the shit out of them.
Yeah. I was the back corner of that end zone goes into the abyss because the lights don't shine over there.
Yeah, and Boston threw a touchdown.
Yep.
In that corner.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
So so that's where I fell down, and then you know what I mean. And a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, so what? It's youth football. What do you guys care?" We cared because A, we created something,
right,
and B, those kids were like our kids, man. They were like our boys. Before I had a son, they were my sons.
Right.
And then, we were there for such a long time and we did so much for so many, like we're 45 years old or more than 45.
Yeah.
But a third of our life was given to that league.
More, yeah.
And at the time, more actually.
Right, because you're backing up a few years now, yeah.
Right. More than a third of our life was given. So more than 30% of my life was given to those.
18 out of 45 years.
Right.
When we stopped coaching there,
right,
was dedicated to
right.
That league and those kids.
Probably somewhere in the 40-something% range of our life was given to instructing these kids in the football and making them better. And now you see them when they're cops and they're successful and and they're artists and they're musicians,
co-workers,
and yeah, that's a wild one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But and they always just they have a respect for how you treated them and how you helped build them.
Right.
And to go back and see that stuff and just to have these memories, it's just wild.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Unless you did it, you really can't appreciate it.
Right. And I'm sure people that run leagues everywhere have these moments where they, I know you're not supposed to think back, but it's nice to reminisce.
Yeah.
And it's wild. I came upon a 2008 Buzz video, and to think about them helmets that were like styrofoam, but to look at them, they were all white with white face masks, and then it was probably one of the best uniforms we've ever had. They were just standard white pants with a dark navy shirt with white cuts in them.
Yep.
And white helmets that said Buzz on the side with a blue stripe down it, and they looked perfect.
That's Jimmy Ball taking
Jimmy Ball and TJ. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild to see that stuff, and then you see it, and these guys were young little boys, 5 and 6 years old, and now they're men that are policemen.
And some have kids,
right? And have kids, and one of our players has kids that plays now, and he's like, "You have no idea how much just makes me think of you guys, and what a great time I had in that."
Yeah.
So it's wild. Like I fell down that rabbit hole a little bit.
Yeah.
And like it got me like emotional because like a lot of our home games you were announcing, and the camera would be next to you.
Right.
So like to hear your emotion in it, like you would call the play, but to hear your emotion in in your voice for that play,
right?
You know what I mean? It was so awesome just to hear it and to remember it. So it was cool. It made you like you're sitting there feeling nostalgic a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to let this pass either. We lost a buddy, a long-time co-worker / friend.
Yeah.
Sammy Fisco, great guy, lots of laughs.
Funny dude.
Lots of laughs over the years with Sammy. Always had a quick wit. Had some of the best shit ever.
Send him out.
Why Sammy? Why?
Yeah.
But yeah, just didn't want to not mention Sammy. God bless you. We'll miss you.
Yep.
And
veteran.
Another veteran. Yes.
Yep.
Actually, that was probably my real first getting closer to Sammy was when we were having parties at the VFW.
Yeah.
And he was still doing things over there. So yeah, no, just good times. Good times were had for sure. And he's sorely missed.
He definitely will. I got nothing else, dude.
No, man, it was fun. It's fun to reminisce. It's fun to put yourself back. Like you said, you don't go backwards, but it is cool to think, man, if I was 15 today, what would I want? Yeah.
And that's what kind of this episode ended up being, is nostalgia, right? You think back to your Christmases, what would you want today? Like you then versus you today as a kid.
Yep.
And it's hard. Like, what would you want today? It's not like you had a Nintendo or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what was the hot item? Starter jackets are making a comeback a little bit. That was huge. When we were 15, that would have been the number one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But then, like I said, the rabbit hole was nostalgic.
Right.
The over-under was kind of nostalgic.
Yep.
Like what would change? So I guess that's kind of, the episode quote, right, is going to be nostalgic.
Yeah, definitely.
So. You got anything else?
I'm good, boy. How about you?
All right. Well, how about we do a little nostalgic throwback?
What do you got? Am I taking it home?
Yeah, take it home like always.
All right. For GMAC, this is Winning. This has been the Outlaw Blitz podcast. And as always,